Welcome back, Mavericks. Thanks for tuning in today as we tackle the not so fun subject of credit card surcharging. While it may not be the most glamorous topic, understanding credit card fees is essential to owning and operating a small business. So we're going to break down what surcharges are and whether or not it is a good idea to add a credit card surcharge policy yourself. Let's start by defining our terms. A surcharge is a fee that some businesses tack on to a credit card transaction to cover the cost of what the credit card processor charges. Essentially, it's a way for businesses to pass the cost of transaction fees onto the customer instead of absorbing them. Some businesses may also offer cash discounting, which offers customers a slightly lower price if they pay with cash or a debit card. An important thing to keep in mind is that the practice of surcharging is not legal everywhere in the United States. Currently, you are not allowed to add a surcharge if you operate in Connecticut, Massachusetts, or the territory of Puerto Rico. In the states of California, Florida, Kansas, Maine, New York, Oklahoma, Texas, and Utah, anti-surcharging laws exist but are currently unenforceable due to recent court decisions. If your company operates in multiple states, you can add surcharges in the states where that practice is legal. However, the practice of incentivizing customers to pay with cash by offering discounted prices is legal in all 50 states and U.S. territories. Now, let's take a look at how some of the most popular credit cards handle the practice of surcharging, as each one has slightly different guidelines. If you're thinking about implementing a surcharge, the first thing you'll need to do is notify the card association and merchant services provider of your intent in writing at least 30 days in advance. Note that this policy does not apply to American Express, unless you comply with all other rules. The amount that you can tack onto a surcharge is not allowed to be greater than the fee of the credit card transaction and is capped at 4% and 2% if you're operating in Colorado. This ensures that businesses cannot profit from adding a surcharge. You're also required to place a notice of your surcharge policy at the entrance of your business and near the point of sale. For online businesses, you must post a notice on your checkout page. The surcharge amount must also be listed on the receipt as a separate line item. Again, this policy does not apply to American Express transactions. For Visa and MasterCard, you can apply brand level or product level surcharges, meaning you can apply the same surcharge across all Visa or MasterCard purchases or on a particular product, but you cannot apply both types of surcharge. Once you understand these guidelines and have sent your notice, you'll need to make sure that your payment gateway is programmed to accurately record the surcharges. Now that you understand the requirements for adding surcharges on transactions, let's get to the big question. Should your small business consider adding a surcharge? This isn't an easy question, but more businesses have been adopting this policy as costs have increased and margins have tightened. It has also become easy in most states to implement. You will definitely run the risk of alienating some of your customers, particularly if you're competing with big box stores. In the current economy, customers are always looking for deals and ways to cut costs. However, if you are a unique local business and have a supportive customer base, you may have more luck garnering support for the small fee that could help your business's bottom line. If you do find that your processing fees are prohibitively high, you might want to search for a different provider. If you don't have one already, we would encourage you to look at an interchange-plus pricing option, which is generally more affordable and has transparent pricing options. Don't know what interchange-plus is? We'll include a link to an article explaining that pricing model in our description below. So that's going to do it for us today, Mavericks. Thanks again for watching, and make sure to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also, subscribe to our channel to make sure you don't miss any other helpful content for small businesses. We'll see you next time.